Yo, yo, what's good, guys? Huh? It's the smoothest voice ever. It's your boy Dan, your boy Finnegan. It's MBSC1 again, and this little video I recorded with me and Michael, and I'm gonna be using Yveltal on the left, and he's gonna be using Greninja on the right. And let me make sure my mic is all right, since I'm rhyming all night tonight. So. This is actually footage that I was hoping to use for cuttertap.com. I was gonna make a video explaining like the usefulness of Max Elixirs, or like how good it is, kind of thing. Oops, I dropped my pen, and I think I still will do that. I'm gonna like take timestamps for when I actually use the Max Elixir, so I know what to like cut to when I'm editing that video. But I figured, you know what? Why not kill two people with one bullet, or kill two birds with one stone, as the saying goes, and just make a YouTube video out of the full game. So like, you know, that's what I'm doing. I might even upload this to CutterTap too, I don't know. But here, let me turn my voice down on this thing. My voice is really loud. Okay, cool. So yeah, this is just a game me and Michael played. I don't play super well, honestly. Like, I'm really sick right now. You might be able to tell, or you might not, I don't know, but yeah, I'm really sick. I woke up this morning and I like could barely move, and I slept until about 2 p.m. and I couldn't sleep for like 3 hours just because I was so sick, and like my body was super sensitive to temperature for some reason. I don't know why. I love me some water. Yep. So yeah, I'm using my Yveltal list. This one has 3 Max Elixirs. The idea was I was going to try and like figure out exactly how useful Max Elixirs were. I don't want to spoil how useful they are, because you got to watch, the Cutter Tap video or watch this video to find that out. But, they may or may not be awesome, or they may or may not be terrible. You don't know until you watch. So I'm also a little bit delirious. I'm pretty crazy right now. I don't know what's happening, honestly. I'm ridiculously sick. But yeah, so the strategy that I've come to realize is probably like the best against Greninja with Yveltal is just to set up a big Yveltal as fast as possible. Like, if I go first and I can attach to Yveltal EX on my first turn, I feel like I win most of the time, because the speed is just too much, like, for Greninja to deal with. Like, the turn 2 Evil Ball is super helpful, and I can just continually one-shot things every turn. With DCE, Reverse Valley, Muscle Band, and Fighting Fury Belt, I'm doing a ton of damage, and I can just, like, one-shot whatever they bring up. Plus, I run 1 Hex. So if you can one-shot and use Hex on the same turn, like more mid-game or even late game, you're going to be picking up that game pretty easily. But even with that, I still think the matchup is unfavorable for Greninja, or for Yveltal. I think it's like, I think it's about 60-40, maybe 65-35 in favor of Greninja. But at the same time, like, I don't know, I want to say 60-40, I think, because Greninja is really inconsistent. Like, I use Greninja through states, through 2 states, and Michael used it at one of the states as well, I think. Yeah, one of the states as well. And we developed like a pretty decent list, and the list he's using now is really good too, and it's just still inconsistent. Like, the deck has a ton of trouble setting up consistently. I don't know why. I hate it. I feel like you have to run hot to do well. And if you notice here, I got a band on this Yveltal, so that's super sick. I'm gonna end up being able to one-shot the Froakie, which is another reason why Reverse Valley is just so good. If you guys don't know already, Reverse Valley is like insanely good in Yveltal. Some people don't realize that yet. They're like, lab, parallel. No, dude, Reverse Valley is awesome. I run 2, and I love it. I love it so much. So I haven't used any elixirs yet, I don't believe. I just attached to Yveltal first turn. Second turn got a knockout using Oblivion Wing. My camera kind of fell here. I think I fixed it. Ooh, just in time. I fixed it like right when it... Nice. And if you notice, I keep track of the amount of prizes we have left with dice above our prize cards. So, and I dropped my deck here because I'm clumsy and smelly. Yeah. So I'm just gonna talk about the website because it's pretty much my life at this point. um, I'm trying to set up like a content schedule right now. So like, I want to have pieces of content uploaded every day for the site, which probably sounds far-fetched considering we have 3 articles up right now, and that's the only content that's been up there since it was launched, and it was launched like almost 2 weeks ago. But yeah, I'm in the process of making it, so like new content is gonna be uploaded every day. Sorry if my voice. I don't know how. Like, I don't know. Never mind. Teammates is broken. Yeah. So, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have articles go up every. Let me see. I wrote it down. I'm trying to figure out what it was. Articles go up every Monday and Thursday, and those are going to be 4,500 words. So that'll happen every week, hopefully. That's the goal there. And then I want to have the Pro Podcast uploaded on Wednesdays, and then the Fun Podcast uploaded on Fridays. So that knocks off 4 days just like that. And I want to do my own news segment type thing, where like I just talk about what happened in the TCG over the last week, and I want to upload that on Tuesdays. So basically every Sunday and Saturday is open for whatever. So 5 days out of the week we have content, and then on those last 2 days where we have open spots, I want to upload videos like the Max Elixir one that I'm kind of making now, and have those go up. I think my first Max Elixir gets played soon. If I remember right, I like get really good ratios with the Max Elixirs. And I think I misplayed in this video. I think I compressored away a Lysander unnecessarily. Like, I play 2 in this list, and I like to discard 1 and then have the other one in my deck so I can just draw into it. So I have easier access to it with Verseeger. But yeah, I think I compressor it after I'd already discarded 1, which is just a mistake. Yeah, I'm not claiming to have like played well in this matchup at all. I really was just trying to get info on the Max Elixir, and I don't think I made any misplays that affected like how effective it is. And I don't really feel bad about making mistakes when I'm as sick as I am. Like, it's cool. So I'm gonna take the elixir. Here it comes. We got our first elixir, boys. I like elixir a lot. I don't know. In my testing, it's been super good. This list has 8 dark too, which makes it a little bit more effective than if I had run 7. A lot of lists run 7, so. And if you'll notice here, I hold off on playing the Super Rod because I know that putting back 2 Pokemon is going to lessen my chances of hitting an energy off the Max Elixir. Just a little thing that'll increase my chances sometimes that you guys might want to pay attention to. Make sure you do things in the right order to ensure that you get your best chances on these Max Elixirs. And you might notice that it's kind of awkward that I battle compressored Gallade and then I just super rod it back in. And it didn't really matter like what. I guess I probably should have just battle compressored away something else instead of Gallade since I was gonna play super rod anyway. But yeah, I definitely should have. That was kind of a mistake. But yeah, I just gotta make sure to like play the elixir. Oh shoot, I was supposed to take a. Wait, when did that happen? It was about like 8 minutes. Okay, I gotta write down the timestamp so I remember where to go back and edit. But yeah, and then I got a DC on there too, and this is why elixirs are so darn good. Like, look at this. I already have it's turn 3, and I have an Yveltal with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, effectively 5 energy on it, including both for the DC. That's crazy. That means I'm doing 120 right now. And if I just have an expert belt, or I hit another elixir, or not an expert belt, excuse me, fighting fury belt, or reverse valley, there's a bunch of things I can hit, and then I just can one-shot. So, in this situation, I have some stuff in my hand that I don't really want to discard, but I figure if I knock out this Greninja, I basically win. Like, what is he going to do? I'm already down to 3 prizes. He'll have no board state. So I just go for the risk. I just kind of say, screw it. I'm going to try and set up and do an elixir or a fighting fury belt or a reverse valley. I think I actually already discarded both reverse valley because I put one down and then junipered one away. But I figure it's still worth a chance because if I win this, if I pull it off this turn, I basically win. So, it's high risk, high reward kind of thing. But I think in this situation, it's worth it. Because I'm going to get 4 cards. And I can set up again because I haven't used either Shaman. And I do hit another Elixir. So, does the Finnegan, does the MBSC 1 man get it? Here it is. Bam! Look at that. Look at that. Turn 3. I have 6 energy on my Yveltal. That's insane. Insane. Yeah, that was me mentioning to myself that this is really important so I could go back and edit that in. Alright, so what was the time for that? It was about 10 minutes, 20 seconds. Gotcha. Yep. I don't remember what I was saying. Yeah, so this is going to be pretty much the end of it. My goal, I think, is just going to scoop after this because, like, there's no really reason to play this out. I think he wanted me to... I think he plays his turn for a second and then just scoops. Oh, I'm down to 4 prizes, excuse me, not 3. But still, huge lead. Anyway, so yeah, I got that content schedule, basically. I'm still working it out. Those days aren't locked into place, but that's how I want to do it. My only trouble is, like, paying the article creators. Like, I just don't really have the money for that at the moment, to be honest with you. But, I'm trying to make my way. I'm doing my best here. I gotta get some cash flow. Like, I gotta find some money to pay for these guys because I don't have the cash for this at the moment. It's really difficult. Because I'm paying them well. Like, I pay my writers really well. I think I might need to cut back, like, how much I pay them because, like, to be honest with you guys, like, I don't know if I should say exactly how much I pay them on camera, but it's definitely it's better than most of the other article sites out there, which is crazy. Like, you don't really see a new site come out that's actually paying their writers better than any of the other sites that are out there. But I mean, it's what I gotta do really if I want to have these guys write for me, because it's like, I mean, why would they write for me if they can just write for somebody else for more money? So I gotta stay competitive with the other sites, kind of thing. Yeah, so that's how it goes. I mean, that's why I only have 3 articles up right now, is because I can't really afford more. But I am though. I have an article with Jay and Zach Lesage that's probably gonna go up on Thursday. Yeah, because articles go up on Monday and Thursday. So we're gonna have one up on Thursday, and then on the following Monday, or even this Monday, I'm gonna upload one by Eric Gunnarsson. He's a good player. I can't remember where he's from. He's not from America though. He's got like around 700 points, and his article is explaining like why Dark is better than Yveltal, or Darkrai is better than Yveltal in his opinion. And honestly, like, what a lot of other sites do is they pay their writers after their first article. Like, they have their writers write their first article for free, and then every time after that they pay them. But I still paid these guys for their first time, and maybe I shouldn't have done that. That might not have been wise of me, but it's what I'm doing. So yeah, Saturday and Sunday. So the way those days are gonna work is I'm probably gonna have I mean, there's a number of things it could be. So like, I want to do a draft for nationals, so those days could be used for that. Or any kind of just like podcast video. You could use it for the Elixir video like I'm doing now, or like any other kind of video I want to record. Or maybe I could be like to showcase new writers. Really, those days are just kind of wild cards. But I want to keep uploading stuff even on those days. I'm gonna aim for six posts per week, which is honestly, like, I might be a little bit ambitious with this. But yeah, we're recording our first fun podcast this Sunday. I'm excited for that. Oh, you know what happened though? Oh, this sucked, guys. I gotta tell you. I recorded the pro podcast twice. I recorded it twice, and it didn't. The first time I was using Open Broadcaster, which is this terrible program. If you're using a PC, I think XSplit is just directly better. but I was using Open Broadcaster and it was recording in really low quality. So I didn't even really want to use it after that because I was like, wow, this is like, it was between 360 and 480p. Like, that's how low it was. So I kind of just said, screw it, this is terrible. And then I was even more inclined to not use it because I realized that when I was opening it in my video editor software that I'm using right now, it wasn't even working properly. Like, it would take forever to be able to edit the video. The files were in this really weird file type that just made it super difficult, and I couldn't transfer the files anywhere else. So basically it was borderline unusable. And if I was going to use it, it would have been like tons of time, like hours and hours and hours and hours just to upload a low quality video. So I just said, we're going to record this again. And then the next time we recorded, I was using XSplit, which is pretty high quality. It looked like about 720, maybe 1080p. I think it was 1080. I don't know. It was good though. It was really decent. But apparently it didn't record because when I went to like click the record on it, I wanted to make sure the video was recording the first time. So like I went to it and did a little demo thing and then watched it to make sure it was going to record properly. And it was, but I think what happened was like when I stopped the recording, I too quickly after it stopped recording, I clicked for it to start recording again, if that makes sense. And I think because I clicked it too rapidly again, that it didn't record at all. So we didn't capture that. I was really mad about that. I almost punched a second hole in my wall. And then everyone else was mad too, because it's like, you lost that? Come on, Daniel. But yeah, I'm a bad website owner. I suck at this. So I'm really new to all of this, so I basically suck at everything right now. I'm doing my best. And this turn, I think I end up forgetting that I can attach. Michael has to remind me that I haven't attached energy because I thought the Max oh shoot, I forgot to write down the timestamp again for the Max Elixir. What was this? So it's like 17 now, so it's probably around like 15:30 or so. All right. Anyway, yeah, I forgot to attach here. Michael reminds me, and so I attached to Shaman and go with a Sky Return. I actually forgot to attack too. Honestly, I misplay so much this game. It's like I have a lot of difficulty playing well when I'm sick for some reason. But yep, looks like both my other elixirs are in deck, so I won't have to. Or I'll be able to use all of those. Excuse me. Again, I'm really sorry. I'm exhausted. But I really need to get content up, so like even though I'm sick, I'm still trying to work on stuff. I need money too, so maybe I can do some chores or something. I hope you guys can't hear my commentary. I wanted to leave my voice up for this video so that I could hear anything that I wanted to mention to myself, because like I leave comments for myself in the video so that I remember them while I'm editing the video. But I hope you guys can't hear that. Ugh. Starting college again on Monday. What else? I'm really excited for that article with Jay and Zachary, because they're writing an article together. So I feel like that's really unique. Like having two really high level good players that are brothers write an article together like that. Yeah, so I just go with the Sky Return here. And I already kind of am in a position where I feel like I'm probably not going to win this game. As crazy as that might sound, like you really need to get that quick Yveltal EX set up against Greninja if you're going to have a chance. So with my board state, like I already have a Shaman down, I had a Sky Return on my first turn, no Yveltal EX in play. It's looking kind of bad, and he's totally getting enough set up. Like this turn, he's gonna water duplicates probably. So it's not looking pretty. Not looking pretty at all. Jeez, how am I gonna commentate for another 20 minutes? Oh. What should I talk about? So I was saying like that I'm probably just gonna stop making videos for this channel, but I kind of realized like I don't know, I still kind of want to have things up on this channel, and like anything that I'm going to have public on Cutter Tap, I might as well just put on my YouTube channel, cuz like why not? It's public either way. In this case, I wonder if Michael would have had the ability to water duplicates for another Frogadier if he didn't bench that Jirachi. I guess, because what I do end up doing on this turn is I end up Lysandering that Froakie and then using Oblivion Wing on it, because I want to like power up my Yveltal EX. Oh, water's so good. So, but he might have been able to get another Frogadier in play. Maybe he checked his deck and saw how many were prized. I think he's been doing that lately. I kind of want to... Okay, this is super weird and, like, off topic. Well, I don't really have a topic. I'm just talking about whatever, honestly. But I want to talk about Daniel Attavilla, because, like, a lot of people think he's a cheater and, like, think that he end-baited, and he didn't. Like, I've been friends with Danny for a while, and he's legit. Like, he didn't cheat. And I'm going to explain to you why he didn't cheat. So if you've watched the video, like many of you guys have, you'll notice that he's already played a supporter for his turn. So like trying to use N doesn't help him. Like it doesn't do anything for his cause. Like if he wanted to win that game, this is me apologizing to the camera because I suck because I'm making mistakes. I don't remember why. Like, I don't remember what mistake I made this time. I don't know. I'm really bad at this game when I'm sick. Like, I feel like I'm getting sharper, actually. Because, like, I don't know if you guys know, but this season I kind of have been playing for fun mostly. I started out trying, and I got a decent amount of points. I got, like, 250 something. But then I eventually just, like, realized I didn't have time for testing, and I didn't have time to focus on the game anymore like I wanted to. So I had to kind of just say, whatever, I'm going to tournaments for fun. But anyway, yeah, I'm getting sharper again. I'm testing every day for Nats. Like, me and Michael really want to do well at Nats this year. I got, like, 28th last year. This year I want to get top 16, though, because that's, like, if you got top 16 at Nats, that's a really decent accomplishment. I feel like top 32 is, like, pretty good, but top 16 is amazing. And I got top 32 at Worlds last year, so I'm trying to make top 16 at Worlds this year, too, at least. Need to improve every year. And that'll, like, I feel like that's important too for like ensuring that people realize I'm still like with the game, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to fall out of relevance like a lot of other players did. But yeah, anyway, oh yeah, so I was talking about Danny. So like he's already played a supporter for his turn, so it doesn't matter like if he was end baiting or whatever. Like it's not gonna do anything for him. So like, okay, imagine this: if his opponent does shuffle in for the N, and he's like, I didn't play N or something, and it's an N bait, he still loses. It doesn't matter because the judge just goes, oh, that's your mistake. You already played two supporters in one turn. You still get the game loss. Like it doesn't benefit his cause at all. He's still just gonna lose. So, like, there's no reason for him to try to end bait. I think what he was doing when he's looking through the discard pile and looking through the deck, he's just trying to see if there's any way he can pull off anything. Like, he's just trying to think, is there anything I can do in this situation to make it so I don't lose? Sometimes, in that kind of position, you kind of just are in denial. Like, you're thinking, there's got to be something. You know what I mean? Like, there's got to be something I can do, even if there's a 2% chance of it working. So I don't know. I don't think he cheated. I think people just misread the situation. So that's my opinion personally. And another thing that should be noted on that is like in that game where he was on stream. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Like, why would he try to cheat on stream? Like, Danny is definitely smarter than that. He would not intentionally try to cheat on stream. That's so stupid. Like, nobody would try to do that on purpose. That's the dumbest thing. He was also like super sleep deprived, and he threw up. Like, he's told me this a couple times in our conversation. Oh, check that out, Elixir right there. Bam, got another one. I don't know if you guys heard that. I hope you didn't. But yeah, Max Elixir is broken in this deck right now. Like, look at that. Look at that. I literally have 6 energy on my Yveltal right now. And I don't know if you guys remember, but a couple minutes ago I had no energy on my Yveltal EX at all. I didn't even have it in play, and Elixir just like makes it explode out of nowhere. I think I want to include a second Yveltal EX in this deck just because Elixir makes it so freaking good. Anyway, yeah, so like before that round where he streamed, he ate some breakfast, right? And it was like this crappy Hot Pocket thing. And he just like completely threw up everything he had ate, and he only got like 2 hours of sleep the night before. So he was messed up. So I mean, even if it was intentional, even if he was trying to end bait, I'd be willing to discount it and kind of give him some slack on it because of his situation, like because he had gotten no sleep and was feeling sick. Like I could kind of understand it. I mean, I still, I think it's still screwed up. Assuming he was cheating, like I would still think it's screwed up, but I would kind of, cut him a little bit of slack because of the situation he was in. And there's also, you guys, I don't think a lot of you guys understand the pressure that like big players feel. It's like he really, when you're at that level that Danny was at, like there's a pressure to do well. You know what I'm saying? Like, once you're at that stature, people expect you to keep doing well. Like you don't want to like fall off. You know what I mean? You can't scrub out. People see you as a good player, and you're kind of under pressure to keep doing well, if that makes sense. But yeah, I guess I've covered that enough. I don't think he cheated. I mean, it's not okay if he was cheating. I'm not trying to say it was okay at all. I just want to say, like, I just want you guys to understand the situation. And if you still think he cheated, that's cool. You're entitled to your opinion. But just as someone who knows him personally, I don't think he did. He's never given me a reason to think he would cheat before, or anything like that. He's obviously a very good player. And kind of a troll. This is crazy. I think I have like 3 Ultra Balls in my hand right here. And I got a Maxis off my prizes. Because my only Maxis was prized. Oh, that's another thing. I hate only running 1 Maxis. I can't stand it. So I Ultra Ball away 2 cards. I think a Parallel and a Sycamore. And then I use my second Ultra Ball to discard another Ultra Ball and a Trainer's Mail. Fail search both. I've got 11 cards left in deck here. I'm going to put down Reverse Valley and then play that Maxis and finally get Gallade into play. But at this point, Michael has 2 Greninjas set up, both with breaks on them. So it's going to be a little bit hard for me to come back here. But at the same time, I'm going to knock one out this turn, so I might have a chance. He does have that Jirachi, which is going to be a pain because I do have 2 DCEs on my Yveltal. Pretty gross. And I don't know if you guys can see it, but the benched Greninja is the 50 damage Water Shuriken one, not the giant Water Shuriken one. So that's going to be very problematic for me because my active Yveltal EX has 140 on it, so he's going to be able to use that mini Water Shuriken just alone to knock me out. And then he's got another giant Water Shuriken, and then he can attack too. So like things are looking a little bit bleak. But at the same time, I still have a chance. So I'm definitely not scooping here. Definitely not scooping at all. I unnecessarily rush in here because I think I'm going to play Max Elixir, but then I just decide to hold it. Um, yeah, it wasn't a good idea to put it down in this situation. And as much as I'd like to use it for the sake of the video, it wasn't the right play, so I decided not to hold on or not to play it. Because I know I have band in my hand, so I can just one-shot the Greninja with the band in my hand anyway. And this is just how powerful Yveltal is. You really get an idea of how insanely strong Yveltal is, because I have that Greninja has 170 HP. It has no energy attached to it, and I'm still gonna one-shot it. That's just ridiculous to me. Yveltal is just the most broken card, especially with Max Elixirs. I think this deck totally has potential, and I'm really digging it right now. So I'm gonna Evo Ball for exactly 170 here. I got the band, and I think a total of 6 energy on that Yveltal. Ooh, woo, spicy. Down to 3 prizes here. But the thing is, I have so much dedicated to that Yveltal now that when he knocks it out, I'm gonna be left with a kind of crappy board. I'm not gonna be able to knock out that Greninja next turn, and he's gonna. Oh, my bad. I said that he already had the. Okay, wow. I said that he already had that Greninja in play, but he's getting into play right now. So now he actually has the ability to use regular Water Shuriken, which is even more powerful, because that means this turn he can attack with the Shadow Stitching Greninja and do even more damage. So yeah, I'm in a pretty bad position now. He's got 2 Greninjas set up. I have 1 energy in play. I do have a Gallade. And I don't know this at the time, but I have 1 DCE prized. I should have checked, but I didn't, because I'm bad when I'm sick. Oh, sorry, that might have been loud. Yeah. Michael wanted to record Yveltal Mirror, and I kind of did too, but we don't have enough cards for it, so we would have to proxy, and I don't like proxying for my videos. Sorry if that sounds weird, it's my water bottle. Hold on a second. Sorry, it's kind of gross. Yeah, I'm really digging this Greninja list. Like, Greninja is just inherently inconsistent in my opinion, but I really like this list. 2/2 Octillery is way better than 1/1 in my opinion. Cause I'm always repping for that low life. Low life. Oh yeah, and then another thing. So I'm kind of concerned about my site, like, having a reputation for having, like, cheaters on it because of that thing with Daniel, and people think he's a cheater. And then another big writer we have is Jeremiah Williams, and he's being accused, like, completely falsely. Like, I don't know, his ordeal is not even close to as big as Danny's, but people are accusing him completely falsely of being a cheater and, like, backing out of deals and stuff like that. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but the in-game agreements are completely not allowed now. But when they were allowed, Jeremiah was involved in 2 of those, where, like, one time his opponent backed out of it, and the other time his opponent didn't agree to it. And in both cases, for other people watching, it looked like Jeremiah was the one backing out, when that totally was not the case. He, like, explained the whole thing to me, and he's totally in the right here. Like, in the first situation, I believe it was, he tried to make an in-game agreement, and his opponent didn't want to, and then, like, later on in the game, where his opponent was looking like he was gonna win, Jeremiah declined to do an agreement, because, like, obviously the guy only wanted to do the agreement in a situation where he was gonna win the agreement. So Jeremiah obviously is gonna say no, because it's like, yeah, that's stupid. You wouldn't agree to it if I was gonna win it, but now when you're gonna win the agreement, then now you're in favor of it. Like, screw that. That's stupid. That's not fair. So yeah, of course he's gonna say no. And then the other situation. What was in the other situation? Let me think. I can't remember. I'm just trying to remember right now. He made a couple of videos explaining both of them to me, like, about 2 weeks ago. And yeah, I'm only getting one perspective on it. Like, I understand if you're skeptical about that, but it's hard to like. I don't know. He's a really trustworthy guy. Like I I can't believe that he would like lie to me about the stories. Um, Jeremiah's like really cool. If you guys know him, you'll know what I'm talking about. He's a really cool guy. He's really down to earth, really honest, and just he wouldn't do stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. There's been a lot of like accusations about cheating lately with players, and I think people are more concerned about it now for some reason. I'm concerned about the not being allowed to have in-game agreements. Like I'm thinking that might oh, Michael's going to win this turn. This is so sick what he does here. So he starts I'll get into what I was just talking about in a second here, but he does 60 to my bench Shaman. He has 3 prizes left. Then he's going to retreat to his other one. There's 80 on my active Yveltal. He does another 60 to my bench Shaman. Kills it, takes 2 prizes, and then with an attachment, he can use Mist Slash for exactly enough damage to knock out my Yveltal. He thinks that he didn't realize it was the other one for a second, but yeah, 50 is still enough to knock me out, and he takes game 2. Game 2, take my Michael. Yeah, my last DC was prized. Anyway, what was I saying? Can't remember. Dang it, what was I saying? Oh yeah. In-game agreements. So, yeah, we're just gonna shuffle up here for game 3. In-game agreements, I think, are cool, but they did cause a lot of problems. Like, I can see why they wanted to get rid of them. People backing out of the in-game agreements and stuff was kind of problematic, and judges couldn't really do anything about it. So, I understand that, honestly. But at the same time, I think time becomes hugely more important because now you can't decide games based on prizes. It's all about time. You gotta really work the clock to be able to do well. And to me, it's still, a big gray area. What's considered stalling, like illegally, like cheating stalling, and what is considered, slow playing. Because honestly, I think it's a gray area for everyone. In the Bro podcast that we recorded before, me and Brandon Smiley and Jeremiah Williams and Daniel at Yveltal were all talking about it, because those are going to be the weekly 3 other guys with me that are on it every week. And then we're going to have awesome guests every week too. But we were talking about it, and we just like decided that basically it's slow playing if you're not advancing your board in any way. Like, you don't have like the cheating slow playing. If you can't really do anything, you know what I mean? If you can't do anything and you're still just trying to take up time, then that's what we were considering cheating and like slow playing. So yeah, that's how we differentiated it. But at the same time, like, it's really kind of a gray area. Because I guess some players could consider managing time slow playing, because like the way Brandon said, managing time was just like, what he said was like just making your actions a little bit slower, taking your time, searching through your deck, taking a little more time with that, setting what you want to discard with your Ultra Ball a little more slowly, things of that nature, making sure it's within the time limits. I think it's like 10 or 15 seconds for each decision kind of thing, depending on what decision you're making. But depending on that. Oh, and check out this. I just Sycamore away a Fighting Fury About, a Floatstone, a Sycamore, 2 Dark, and an Elixir. Terrible opening hand. Plus, I had to start with Fright Night Yveltal, and I don't run Silent Lab, so I can't like Floatstone it and retreat. So that's just god awful. I wasn't planning on attacking with Yveltal at this point, which is why I didn't attach to it. But in hindsight, I think I might have wanted to, because I ended up attaching to it anyway. It kind of worked out for me, though, because now I can set up for another card, because I can attach from hand. So it kind of ended up working out for me. I don't even think I do attach before I set up, though. Actually, I think I attach afterwards, because I wanted to like attach to something besides that Yveltal. But I ended up just settling for attaching to Yveltal after the setup. Yeah, it kind of stinks. Kind of crappy, honestly. And I think, wow, I think I only got like 4 elixirs in this video. That's kind of crappy. Because I don't think I get any in this game. I think, you know, as you can probably tell by now, this game ends up being pretty short, and you'll see what happens and why that happens. But oh, I'm really hungry. I need to get some food soon. Set up for 3. I probably should have attached her so I could get another card. But I didn't think I was gonna want to attach to that. I wanted to like get an Yveltal or something. But I guess my chances of actually hitting an Yveltal were kind of slim. So, and then my Yveltal EX actually ends up being prized anyway, so I can't even attach to it. So I just end up attaching to my active. I think you get a Zora right here, so I can setting up Zoroark is really important with Max Elixir in the deck. I've actually thought about going up to 3 Floatstone, just because like if you can't get those Floatstones down quickly enough, they're gonna it's gonna be really bad for you. So, yup. Oh, I should mention that actually in the Elixir video that Floatstones are really important. Floatstone and Zoroark. Really important. Yeah, so mediocre first turn at best. Yeah. Let's see, what was I just talking about? I don't know. Oh yeah, soul playing. Yeah, so I think soul playing is gonna become a lot more common. I think a lot more people are gonna try and do it. Now that, you know, you can't set up an agreement like that. I think that's gonna be really problematic, honestly. Oh, I just said so many bad words. I hope you guys didn't hear any of that. But oh yeah, so I had maxis if I just didn't top deck something that I couldn't play. Like, so I top decked my second Zoroark so that I couldn't maxis. Kind of lame. Just unlucky. At least I got a DC though, so now I can attack with my Break Bird. Oh, and you guys are gonna see in a second why reverse value is so good. So I just do 60 here and knock out that Remoraid. But that's not why reverse value is good. Rapping for that low life. Soul playing, yeah. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm really hyped about the prize support for Nats though. That's why I want top 16 so bad. Also, like, you know, to improve my record from last year, but also because Elixir. What time is it? 42. 42:30. Okay. Also because I want to improve my record from last year, but because top 16 will have paid for my whole trip basically. The trip to Nats is gonna cost like a little bit under 1,000, like 800-ish or so. But if I get 1,000, which is what you get for top 16, then I'll pay for the whole thing. Even top 32 will pay for it if I sell the stuff I get from making top 32, I think. And right here, Michael doesn't have anything. This is the problem with Greninja. It's just inherently inconsistent. He just does 80, and that's all he's got. And that's all he can do because Greninja just it doesn't set up well sometimes. Yeah, that's the problem with it. And this is why reverse value is so good, because I'm gonna be doing 70 here without using a tool, and 70 times 2 is 140, which is exactly enough to knock out this Yveltal. I mean, is exactly enough to knock out this Greninja. Excuse me. And, well, that math doesn't even actually matter in this situation, because I just end up evil balling. But you can see how the math becomes important in some situations. Another reason why it's important is because with Zoroark, if your opponent has 5 bench Pokemon, so it does 30 more damage for each of the bench Pokemon. Oh, I missed an Elixir here. That's important. 44 minutes. So I think that's the only one I missed. So my ratio with Max Elixirs were 5 hits and 1 miss. That's actually super good. I don't know if you guys realize that, but that's excellent. So Michael has no bench Pokemon. And that's pretty much going to wrap up this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching and still paying attention to my channel, even though I'm focusing more on my website now. I appreciate all you guys' support. If you guys want to tell me anything, please leave a comment below. I love hearing all of your feedback. You guys are super important to me. And you know, yeah, I'm trying to improve my channel and my site every day. Well, I'm trying to improve my site every day. I'm trying to improve my channel often, but not every day. But yeah, that's all. Leave a comment if you want to tell me something, like if you like the video. And subscribe for more videos of me playing really poorly. But yeah, it doesn't really matter how well I play this game, honestly. It's not about that. It's about how effective elixirs are. And based on this, you can kind of tell that they're pretty darn effective. I won't pretend that I got these ratios the whole time I was testing elixirs, but they're good. All right, bye guys.